All right, X-Files, Season 4, Episode 23, Demons, which we have in the bedroom right now.
Mario Bava.
Little, that's Lamberto.
Sorry, Lamberto Bava.
That's okay.
I always say that.
We got little Lamberto Bava doggy right now.
We do.
He's a demon. Okay, so Mulder wakes from a weird Samantha dream in Rhode Island, covered in blood.
Yes.
And of course, who's the first person he calls? Is it Skinner?
No.
Is it his mom?
No.
Is it the lone gunman?
No.
No, who is it?
Dana Scully.
That's right. Who else would he call? And somehow Scully gets all the way there in an hour and 25 minutes? That's what because he calls her at this time.
Yeah, he calls her in the middle. Yeah, and she wakes up in bed.
Yeah.
And gets there really quick.
Less than an hour and a half. So Scully is driving warp speed for her little boyfriend. She comes in, sees him naked. He's naked in the tub. And she helps him out. And I think this might be the first time she saw him naked. And he's like, I can't get warm. And she's like, You're in shock.
Yeah.
And Scully is very scared that Mulder is genuinely sick and he just will not listen to her. Of course, he's got to figure this all out for himself.
She even says that she thinks he might have the beginning stages of encephalitis, which I was like...
Isn't that what he has in Hannibal?
Graham. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Swelling of the brain.
Mulder is acting very, like, he has no recollection of anything that happened. His gun is missing. And Scully's like, she does try to convince him, like, the whole time. She's like, you need to go to the hospital. Like, we need to take you to the hospital. Yeah. But, of course, Mulder is like, no, like, I'm going to investigate along with you. So it's kind of interesting to go about it with one of them not knowing what happened, like, trying to retrace his steps.
Well, when he's the suspect.
Especially when he's, the suspect.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
and he has, like, somebody else's car and a keychain with Jessica or something on it. Some name. There's blood on the steering wheel, and they go to her house, and
they recognize as a painting from his childhood, so they follow that to a house that is being painted, and when he gets there, there's two people dead, and they both have bullets in them from Mulder's gun. It's not looking good for our moldy bread.
It's not, and then the cops show up, and they're like,
we gotta
arrest you.
Yeah,
what are we gonna do?
It's pretty obvious who the killer could be here. You don't need to be a detective to figure that one out.
No.
But Mulder is suspected once again, and this is yet again, his gun has been used to kill somebody. Like, these are a lot of tropes that we go over and over, and it's like, I'm telling you, this guy's fired. This guy cannot be on the FBI with as much crap as he has going on around him. Scully as well. It's like, you can't.
They're so their liabilities.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It's so bad.
Yeah.
That's so bad. So the other day, we were going to the movies, and we were going out to my car, and there was this guy with me, like right next to me, and we were both going to our car doors. He had parked in backwards, and I parked in forwards, so our driver's doors were against each other. And I was like, oh, you go ahead. And he was like, no, you're the one that's parked all crazy. And I was like, how am I parked crazy? And he was like, just get in the fucking car. And he was like super pissed off. And I was like, it didn't end up escalating to anything because I wanted to go to the movie. And it was just like, fuck it, I'm not even going to deal with this guy. But both of us were parked perfectly. Like, neither one of us was in the wrong. We were both parked perfectly. Plenty of room for either of us to get into our car.
Yeah.
And then I think it was like the next night or something very close to this.
We watched this episode.
And Scully comes up and she parks and she's like completely sideways like across all of the parking spaces. And I'm like, see, if I was parked like that.
Mulder's like, this is why I don't let you drive.
Because you can't see over the steering wheel. That's the reality there. But that was pretty funny.
It was funny. They go to this therapist that was seeing like all of the victims, and he's doing some kind of like experimental type of regressive therapy where he uses bright lights and also injects them.
Yeah, puts a hole in their head.
But he injects them. But he injects them. So he injects them with the drug first, and then they like start doing their thing, and then he like takes out a part of their brain.
I don't know
he puts a hole in their head.
He puts a hole in their head, but I don't remember why.
Because I don't think he's putting anything in there.
Not good.
No, it's not good.
Don't put holes in heads.
No, don't put holes in your brain. Don't put holes in your head.
We have enough holes in our face.
We have plenty.
We don't need
any more. Unless you're getting piercings, and then you can put
That's
more
hole
holes
in your skin, not your skull.
That's true.
Yeah, don't put any holes in your skull.
Yeah. Anyway, apparently Mulder has been going to see him. Not that surprising, I guess, because he wants to remember. He thinks he's...
I want to believe.
He wants to remember what happened.
Yeah.
And, yeah.
This is not the way to go about it.
This is definitely not the way to go about it.
Yeah, and Mulder is going to kill himself in this. And Scully's able to talk him out of it. This kind of reminds me, once again, there's a lot of things being duplicated here, but that episode where the guy can control people with his voice or whatever, and Mulder's doing the Russian roulette with him. This is pretty similar to that. And then he even shoots around Scully.
Yes.
Which is terrifying.
So scary, yeah.
That could have ended their friendship relationship right there. I wrote, how'd she get Mulder's... Oh, yeah. I don't know how she got Mulder's gun. So there's these two people who are killed, and it's one is self-inflicted, and the other one is shot by Mulder's gun. But somehow Mulder was there with them, and she got his gun. So I don't honestly understand what happened there.
I don't either. I don't feel like there's an explanation given.
There is not.
Whether Mulder shot somebody or whether they shot themselves with his gun. It's really weird.
It's the implication is that he was there. They took his gun on him while he was tripping.
Yeah.
And they were in that suicidal moment.
Yeah.
And she killed the person in front of her and then herself.
Right.
And then Mulder somehow got up, left,
Yeah.
drove all the way back to his hotel room, was covered in the blood. He was close enough for that to get the blood on him, or he went post-mortem and touched the bodies and has no memory of it. Whatever happened there, we do not get an explanation for that. We don't know what the hell happened there. And is it possible Mulder killed one of them?
I feel like it kind of is.
It's possible that he killed both of them. Just because, the blood splatter and ballistics.
And the state of mind that he was in and everything.
Well, I'm just saying that, just because the crime scene investigators say something is like that, where they're well, we've ruled because of the trajectory and the blood splatter analysis and all of that stuff that it appears that it was self-inflicted. That don't mean shit.
Yeah.
He's an FBI agent. He knows how to do those things. So is it possible he shot both of them? It's possible. Do I think he did? No. Probably not. But is it still a question mark? Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's a question mark.
Yeah. And then the cop kills himself, which I don't really understand the point of that inclusion.
I think it's just meant to be this is another patient, to show that he's doing it for so many people.
Yeah.
Because that guy also has some issues where he's cutting himself out of pictures and such, and yeah, it's
I don't know. It just felt tacked on to me.
It feels unnecessary to include it. I agree.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying. I think it's supposed to show that it's wide-reaching.
And really...
That there's a bunch of different people who have, in the town are part of this, but it just doesn't add anything to it for me.
Also the way that Scully finds the connection, too. Because she goes and looks... She's at the police station when he does it, so she runs.
But she comes up with some rare disease that's you can't see yourself or whatever crap. Yeah. And then she tries to correlate the two.
That's just her being
the scientist.
The scientist. Because it's the drugs and the hole in the brain. That's what's causing that stuff. Yeah. So
those things are not good. All right, so only one episode left in this season. We are currently on episode 5? No, 6. We're on episode 6 of season 5 currently, but we're catching up. We're catching up, and we're going to watch more tonight, I'm sure. So, I like being ahead, though. It's just that I would rather have a clearer mind on it so that we can have every little detail memorized, but... We literally get to the channel as much as we can, and it's not, we don't put less attention on these because only 60 to 100 people watch these videos. No. We put in just as much time into these as we do literally any review.
Yeah, definitely.
In fact, way more. I mean, one movie gets like a 15-minute review. We have like 10 to 25, 30-minute reviews
Yes.
on over 100 episodes now.
Yeah.
And this is getting so much attention for so little that people give a shit. But we love the few of you that are here
Yes.
and hanging out and rewatching this with us.
Yeah.
You guys are worth it. And, you know, once again, we just love talking about it.
We do. Yeah, it's a wonderful show.
Yeah.
Definitely a fave.
Yeah.
If you
So,
can't tell.
that's that. And we'll see you for the season finale.
Yes.
All right.
Bye.